stream on this fine Monday. I already wish you a good week. Let me check that everything is working. Last time when I started this game I didn't have audio of the microphone, so I want to be sure. Something strange is acting up here. Wait, I'll be ready in a minute. This is my page. And let me see if I have something strange is acting up here. Okay, it's working and we can already play. The game is here. Elite Dangerous. We will go on right where I left it the other day. I was doing a mission. I said I would have gone and checked that tutorial, but actually I forgot to do it. And then I thought, well, let's just try. But there is also a risk that the mission has been, the time for the mission has expired. Well, not the main mission I was doing. The pirate hunt had like 5 days, and I'm sure we're still within the scope of possibility of completing the mission, which is important because it was the one that paid the most. But we'll see. I will be looking absolutely this time for a conflict zone in any case. That's what I wanted to do also the other time. It's just that everything was peaceful around me. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. Yeah, because there is also this possibility, in a game such as this. The ones we usually do, it's always war. Yes, sometimes it's not wartime and you have to do something else. You know also what I would like to do maybe during this stream? To go and do some trading. Yeah, this mission failed. And also the raid on the pirates failed. Yeah, unfortunately. No, wait. The second one I took, not the one that paid 4 millions. Yes, so we can go and complete it at once, because I think I'm running out of time. It was within that system. So, discard this one, confirm, discard this one. So, I was going to hack this research ship. I guess it's the lucky day. Where is the research ship? It's your lucky day. What's his name? Sanchez class science vessel. You've been blessed with another day of not hacking. So let's go back to the system where I was going to. I also have to pick up my fighter. And I have deployed for seemingly no reason. So recall the fighter.
Returning the ship for recovery, Commander.
Should come. Here it is. Yeah. And the fighter is in. Kinda satisfying, no? How it goes back within its little... What are you speaking about? It's not yet in. Okay, now it's in. I didn't feel it coming in. Now I know it is. Let's go there. I best not dwell in such underhanded humorism. Jump into Jetesvar. We are like 2 systems from the objective. This is the Federal Corvette, by the way. When I go fighting, I like to bring the big guns. And also we are using 2 huge multi-cannons with incendiary ammo, because who cares about realism? Right, the important thing is to destroy the enemy, as always. As always it is. 2 jumps to the target. Let's scoop a bit of fuel, because I'm very low. This thing drinks like crazy. It's got a big fuel tank, but also drinks like crazy, predictably. And by the way, this is me, if you want to know it. Look how spacey and roomy this ship is. I really like the size of the... Well, I was going to call it cockpit, but actually it's everything except a cockpit. It's like an entire saloon. We have enough fuel. You know how it works. I don't know if you guys are the usual followers or actually elite players. But if you don't know this game, in practice what you do is... you go close to the star and you suck the hydrogen out of it, thus filling your tank, which lets you jump to other systems. But also moving within the systems expends some fuel. You have to keep that in mind when you're running low. Most of it is spent during the hyperspace jump, but not only that. Also it depends on the ship and the kind of engines you have. These are dirty drives, if I'm not mistaken, so it actually spends more fuel to do things. And we are 1 system from the objective. Is this scoopable? Okay. In general, you can easily tell if the The star is scoopable, meaning you can pick the hydrogen from it. It depends on the star type, but there is one particular type that looks just like the others, and yet is not scoopable. I don't remember the class of the star. These are things you tend to learn from the game, unless you have a specific interest in space. And I used to have it many years ago. Now I tend to remember something as I go. I wanted also to check, since we're moving through the star systems, if maybe a war has broken out, because I wanted to go and wage war today. So I'm filtering by points of interest. This has many resource extraction sites, but no conflict zones. No conflict zone. The conflict zones, now I'm kind of a returning player, but recently I went back to the conflict zone. They changed everything. They look extremely cool now. They have dynamic objectives. There's special forces, capital ship jumping in. It's very cool. You will see once we do it, if I can manage indeed to do it. But before go and do that, I want to complete the mission. It would be a shame. It's like 4 millions. What was it? I don't want to leave it like this. Let's see also how much time I have left to complete it, but I bet it will be more than this money. They give you a very long time span for these difficult missions. Okay, we are in the relevant system, as you can hear. So about the transaction, still 2 days. Well, I'm about halfway. Let's go to the objective first, but probably it will be quicker if I go to the extraction sites, and also more interesting, I bet. For now I'll go to the objective. Let's do it at least once. We see how it goes. It's also very close. These are the signals that your ship detects and tells you within the system where the enemy presumably is. I was going to hunt the pirates from a specific faction. No, I don't remember which faction. Doesn't matter. As long as their name is blue, we know it's them. And wait, I don't remember how to switch back. Yeah, to combat mode. No, not this. What's happening? Ooh, I lost priority on the window. Now I will already shoot the target. I lost priority and the controls didn't work. Usually I don't have problems slowing down for the objective. I'm not that much of a noob, it's just that I have lost priority on the window. And here we are. Setting to, as I did the other day, I'm setting it to 75%, which makes you slow down correctly, or it would if I wasn't already too fast. But it's okay, I guess, because it's a big ringed planet that has a powerful gravity well, so if I go closer to the planet I will slow down faster, and actually it won't even be needed, I think. No, actually I'm accelerating. Yeah, because that slows you down even at this distance. It's that powerful of a gravity well. And here we come to the mission target. It's only a threat 3, it's very low for this ship. We will go the assassination missions also later, so we can meet stronger enemies. But here we come to the target. And out of compressed space, it's a sort of a space compression, what makes you go faster within the system. It actually stretches the space. Or should I say compresses it? Okay, deploying the fighter even though it's probably not needed. So let's find our targets here. Deploying all the weapons. Yeah. But wait, there's something strange because I don't see my cannons. What happened? No, I'm pressing the wrong button. This one. Okay. So let's start shooting this thing. Well, it's a tiny thing. You will die in a second. These are my incendiary multi-cannon. You can see the damage they make. Also, someone is helping me. Oh, well, okay. I mean, as long as it counts for the mission. Mr. Gishray, that's your name. It's not your lucky day. It was the science vessel's lucky day, but not yours. 1%. We're really going for the easy ones. Maybe the fer de lance is an enemy, let's hope so. At least it will be a bit more interesting. That's in practice the ideal bounty hunter ship. Very fast and heavily armed. It's interesting to fight, but unfortunately... No. This is a mission target. Okay, Federal dropship. Well, I'm very much outgunning him, but the Federal dropship are in general underestimated. They're not that weak of a ship, not very maneuverable, but when you're piloting something smaller than mine, like something medium size, they have actually the weaponry to beat tough nuts to crack. They can damage you quite a bit. This doesn't apply, of course, to my Federal Corvette. He's basically a sitting duck to me. But still, we'll put up more of a fight than the previous guy. Let's finish him quickly. I don't want to waste time with these guys. After this we go to the conflict zone, since we're already on the rings. I mean, why not? The resource extraction zones, I mean, not the conflict zone. I wish. I'll be looking for them in any case. And here you see Miss Kit Kathleen. They added a lot of names for the NPC recently. I've seen much variety. Tell me that Anaconda is an enemy? Tell me it's an enemy? No, by the name of it. No, a Justicia is its name. It's not going to be a pirate. And unfortunately we're already out of targets, yeah. Yeah, don't like this, it's boring. We'll go to the resource extraction zones.
Okay,
Hazardous
Commander.
ones, of
Back to the
course.
ship. Stand by.
Let's recall the fighter. Here you come. Meow. You see how it folds up when it comes back in, no? There was no need to deploy it, actually. Just for sure. Ah, by the way, guys, if you play Elite and you want to pilot my fighter, you're welcome to come. Also, if you want to come with your own ship, that would also be cool. We can form a squadron. Do just say so in chat. It would be my honor, really, to have someone on stream. Let's go to the resource extraction zone, the closest one. I'll filter again by... Here it is, points of interest. There's one at 688. Ah, it's not on this system. Ah, yeah, I remember this from the other day, actually. This is a ringed planet that, strangely enough, doesn't have resource extraction zones. I have no idea why. So we'll go to the next one. It's not like it's far. Strange, but that's just the way it is, I guess. Also, something I noticed the other day, but is the developer abandoning the game? Because this is the news list, no? The one that also tells you about the new community goals and such. It's completely empty. What is this? What is this? I hope they didn't abandon the game. Heading now for the other planet. As fast as I can. Well, accelerating takes most of the time. As usual. I also have a free view. This is the free view. I already commented on the shape of the ship the other day, but it's fairly cool, it is. Indeed. They are more or less shaped like a wedge. Well, except for the ones that look like bricks. And also the external view made me slow down, so I best not do the trick again. Yeah, when you put the external view, it's sometimes you lose control of the ship. It's best to use the pre-recorded ones. Unfortunately, the pre-recorded ones kind of suck. I don't know why they didn't put a chase view and also maybe a front view, only from the side and sort of angular. They're not very convenient to use. You're basically required to move your view around if you want to play with an external view. It's a shame, really. Shall we check that? Could be something of value. Degraded emissions. It's not something of value. When you stop for them, they always suck. When you leave them behind, then you discover they were maybe high-grade emissions or other things of high value. It's just the rule of things with this game. Slowing down to resource extraction, but this is the low one. No, wait, I want to go to the hazardous one. Slightly to the right of it. Another ringed planet. Slow down, man, you're coming really fast to it. Meow. As you can see, the various rings of the planet, each of them can have worthy minerals that actually you can go and gather, but you need a different kit than what I have on my ship now. I actually used the Federal Corvette as a miner, and it's surprisingly effective for it. It's got the hard points and the cargo space for doing that task, and also you can do it while being heavily armed, which also is good, because while you mine in this game, you're constantly attacked by annoying pirates of various types. I've been interdicted. This is probably a waste of time, and that's look what happened. No, but it's okay, because I ended up in the resource extraction. This was very lucky, yeah. It was a waste of time. But we ended up not wasting it. Okay. So, let's deploy the fighter again. And tell you what, I'll actually pilot it this time, so I can be faster in looking for the targets I want to destroy. Look at this thing, eh? I don't know what the things on top are supposed to represent. You also wear a complete spacesuit when you're inside the fighter. Seems like a reasonable safety measure. And what do we have? There's a Vulture, Federal Assault Ship. These are the two ships you end up wasting more time to destroy. It's actually one of the mission targets. So let's fire on it. I'll also tell my wingmate, well, my mothership actually, where now the NPC is, to attack the ship together with me. It's already destroying it, 86%. They're actually good at chasing the small things. Only thing they do well. And now me with the fighter will do very little to it, but I guess. When you're using the small ships, in theory you should go for the critical shots, like aim for the power plant and such. And actually I'm doing just that now. I probably will die even before it becomes a factor. 28%. 17%, 0% I'm dead. Meow. Bam. This brings me back to the times of Wing Commander. I wish we had a fighter game in space. Unfortunately, it seems no one is interested in the genre anymore. But if you remember Free Space, or even maybe X-Wing, TIE Fighter, these were the good times, really. Now, Elite is cool, but it's a different type of game. Something more plot-driven, no? Something like that would be the coolest thing with today's technology. Maybe eventually the game companies will realize it. VR is a great driver in that regard, in my opinion. Look, I can follow the Vulture with no problems with this fighter of mine, and he's dead. So, how's the mission now? Another 12, 13 pirates or such. No, mi sa 14, okay. I think I'll have to lower the volume a bit, otherwise you cannot hear me. And I bet you're very much interested in what I have to say. No, but maybe you are. I'm aiming for the other big cluster of targets over there. No, actually, it's only debris. Okay, then let's point at the... I don't have navigation targets on the fighter, then let's switch back to the mothership. Everything is remote control within this game, no? Actually, your NPC that pilots the fighter is still with you on the ship. And if the fighter gets destroyed, you can actually deploy another fighter. Either after it's rebuilt, or you can just deploy a different fighter, because I have two on this. And this is another hint. If you play Elite, I'm repeating it, I will repeat it further, you can come online and pilot one of my fighters. That would make me very happy. Or even if you prefer, you can come with your own starship and we play together, like I often do in my War Thunder streams. Guys, do you play War Thunder, by the way? That's another cool game to do in VR. It's untrue that there is a lack of good games in VR. It's just that people tend to look at the games that were purposefully made for VR, and these actually are the worst. The best ones are the ones that support VR, but weren't specifically made for it, at least for the time being, until situation improves. These are the games we should play, I think, with the headsets. And it's what I've been showing on my stream for the past months. Okay, let's chase this tiny thing that is also part of my objectives. Oops, what was it? I can see when I'm outmatched, well I bet. It's like an ant to me. I bumped into something. I wonder what it was. I'm even wasting ammunition on that thing, but if it's part of the mission, I mean... Bam! Now we're playing pinball in practice, and this is the other thing I bumped into. Let's see if it's also one of the mission objectives. And predictably, well, it's more agile than me, of course. I'm a big hulking thing. This is wanted but not part of the objective, but tell you what, it's already half dead because I bumped into it. I might as well destroy it. Would be worth some credits at the very least. How do you like this railgun of mine? You should always have, on the big ships, a mix of gimbaled weapon and actually fixed ones, because the fixed ones are not influenced by the chaff of the enemy, his countermeasures. They always hit, as long as you aim through. So it's useful to have both. Also, I think in PvP that's the way you tend to play. Not that I've seen much PvP lately. Stopping the community goals was really bad in my opinion for the game. Now to find other people while playing randomly like I do has become completely impossible. It used to be that you went to the community gold system and at least you knew you would find some troublemaker to fight with, but now what can you do? What can you do? You know, they just don't want us to have fun with this game. Even the constant increase of the grind, you know, the grinding needed to get to this kind of shits, it's really counterproductive in my opinion. After all, it's not like it's a free-to-play game, no? Where is the interest in making it so grindy? They're not going to profit from it. It's just a philosophy of development. I mean, my opinion hampers the game a bit. You have no idea the quantity of hours I had to play to get this ship. When in the end, what advantage was it for? There is, well, now they added a premium currency. There wasn't originally, but still the premium currency is only for the cosmetics. So let us have the good ships already, no? It's for the better world, for the better of the game also. The more big ships there are in the game, the more it's interesting for everyone to play. I see a potential target there, but it's also an innocent, okay. No, wait, I'm targeting... No, it's a Federal gunship, but it's mining, so it's a friend. Is the mothership following me, I wonder. Maybe I see something... Ah, this one? Well, it's named Horror, so it's very likely to be a pirate. You name your ship Horror, you're bound to attract some attention. Horror. It's wanted, but it's not my target. Well, that won't save him, no?
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
He will have a hard time to target me in the tiny fighter. It's so big. It's a medium-sized ship actually. It's the Python. This is also a good ship. I used it quite a bit. It's a bit of the Swiss knife of the game. It does many different things and it does them all very well. Okay, now I'm suffering. I thought he wouldn't. But where is the mothership, by the way? Let's run back to Mama. Here it is. Mother Goose. Do something for me, man. I pay you for it. Yeah. It's doing nothing. The AI is good only when it's piloting the enemy ships, it seems. Just the truth of life. And also it's true for playing games. It's the same. It's the same. I always die when I play War 10, and it happened also yesterday, because the enemy pilots, when piloted by the AI, seem so bad, and yet they do this strange thing where one puts himself in front of you, and the other very slowly, very deliberately comes behind and kills you, and I still know that they do it, and yet they kill me all the time in that way. Look how smaller it is than my Corvette, but I think we best go back to the Corvette and pilot as itself, because otherwise we're wasting time. Yeah, it will take ages to destroy this tiny, puny thing. Well, this isn't tiny, it's medium size. Not as little as the ones we met until now, but still won't put up much of a fight. We're still doing things that are easy. I will try to go to something more interesting later. Trust me. It's just that I want to complete the mission. It's worth 3-4 millions. What was it? Also will bump us in reputation within this system, and that presumably will give us access to more interesting tasks. I've used a shield cell, by the way, to recharge my shields. Because actually, this thing shoots pretty hard. I don't know what kind of weaponry it has. But it's surprising, really, to even be able to deplete my shields. Let's keep shooting. It's just a Python, I mean. It's a multi-role shields. In general, multi-role shields are better, but within the frame scope of combat itself, they tend to be not very maneuverable and not very resistant in terms of armor, even though this guy seems to be the exception also in armor, because look at this. I've been shooting him a bit now. Yeah, it tends to take some time. You remember the old MechWarrior games? It's a bit like that. When you're shooting between things that are very resistant, combat lasts a while, and he also recharges shields. Look at that. He just doesn't want to die. Ermintrude. That could also be a pirate. These things are often piloted by pirates. We'll see. The Imperial, what's his name? That's the Imperial... I don't remember, we'll see once I target it. He recharged the shields again. I'm wasting so much ammo on this guy. Bam! Now you're out of shields. What do you say? Recharge mine again? Yeah, let's do the same thing. Unfortunately, I don't remember the key. I didn't want to use also the heatsink, but I ended up using it. Hey, James! Ah, you're going to work. But didn't you say you work at home? Maybe I understood wrong. So you won't be able to join, I bet. Well, it would be quite difficult. Thank you for coming, by the way. You're my best new follower. You've been coming for like 2 days. I really appreciate your comments, man. Isn't this a cool game? No, maybe I should do it. I love you known as the socks guy. I should put a tag on your name. You're the one that always tell me about the socks. Apparently this is very disturbing. But you're not the only one. There's more than one that tell me. Look at this Python that doesn't want to die, gents. What is this? I've never met such a persistent Python in my entire elite career. Well, except for the times I was actually the one piloting the Python, I guess. 8%. Come on, you're half dead now. And finally dead. I think he will pay well, judging by his persistency. Yeah, 200,000 isn't bad. So, what else do we have? Wasn't there the pirate ship that looks like a Star Trek, what's his name? The one from the Romulans. No, it looks kinda like it. But I guess now it is gone. And actually, he had almost depleted my shields again. That was a strong enemy, surprisingly so. This guy looks evil. Let's see if I'm right. Named Score. Well, Score is not a very evil name. Yeah, the name tells you if it's a pirate in general. It will take a while. How's the mission going? I destroyed like only 1 or 2 of the numbers. 22, 36. Let's look for the targets again, I guess. Since the spawns are over here now. Let's recall the fighter. No, tell you what, for the sake of variety, I will land the fighter myself this time. And of course he closes not the hatch because he's idiot. Where is it? No. I had to tell him... No. I did the opposite. Switch to fighter. My new machine is now set up. Wait, I read it. I'm trying to make this guy understand that I want to land. Okay. I read your message in a second. And let's go inside. But what is the problem here? This thing doesn't strafe. I think the piloting of the fighter is actually different from what I remember. Or what I'm used to, indeed. I wanted to be the cool guy that landed this fighter himself. But actually I'm having big problems with it. Wait, I think I have a calibration problem. Yeah, that's the thing. It moves by itself. I have to look at my controls. Okay, I guess. Then I switch back to the mothership and he has to land it.
Roger that, Commander.
Actually, I don't have it on the big ship, only on the fighter. This is strange. Okay, recall fighter. My new machine is now set up. Once I'm out of this job, I should hopefully have some holiday before I start the job. So maybe we can join up and do some BOS Elite, or maybe in evening time GMT. I have to go and I'm in my notice a current job today. Ah, I see. So you're starting the new job. Well, okay. Good wishes on the new job. I bet it will be better. I bet if you're switching, it's going to be more interesting as a job. You also told me you work from home, so probably it's with computers, which in general makes for a more interesting and rewarding job. At least that's my experience, I don't know. Oh wait, there's an anaconda here. Actually, I picked up the fighter and now I might have to deploy it again. Sifis Ghost, this sounds evil. Well, I'm not leaving there a juicy anaconda, no? That would be absurd, even though it's not part of the mission objective. Let's go and bring it down. I won't even... Tell you what, I won't even deploy the fighter. The anaconda is actually very easy to destroy, even with smaller ships, because it's so little maneuverable. I mean, if it comes from the front and starts shooting with its entire weaponry, you're going to be in trouble. But if you open fire first, position from behind, you will have destroyed the shields even before you can do anything. Look at it, huh? Well, especially with the weaponry I have here. But I used to bring that down also with the Federal gunship, very easy. He deployed the fighter. Okay, we'll see. Firing. And he's already out of shields. You see, it's very overrated as a combat ship in general. If a player has it and manages to engineer it well, okay, it can be a threat. But when the AI is using it... Actually, I overheated quite a bit, and now I don't want to relent the fire. Let's see what happens. 25%. I recharge my shields. And... It actually took less than the other thing, no? But I did damage myself. I did. Because I didn't deploy... This was my mistake, really. I should have deployed the heatsink before starting to recharge my shields. I did it after, since I've forgotten the order of the buttons here on the throttle. But it's there, I mean. This should pay well also. Almost 300,000. I just work from while on free day. And it's kind of weird. I feel like I do less work at home for some reason. I can understand it. I had that sort of mental processes when I started to work full-time at the office some times ago. To be at the computer sometimes it almost feels like not a work to me. It was a different way to play, actually. I'm strange like that. Ah, this is a mission target and this in a wing, even better. But I best recharge my shields first. Okay, so the button to the right recharges the shield. The button to the left deploys the heatsink. I actually have two shield recharging cells on this. That's the reason it brings my head so high, makes me so warm. You have to be careful with that. You can end up damaging your ship quite a bit from it. Again, like MechWarrior, this game reminds me of the old MechWarrior for some reason. It was like that. What killed you often was the excess of temperature, not the enemy. And there were weapons that actually took advantage of that. And also that's the reason I use incendiary ammo by the way. This guy is named Davy Jones, the famous pirate. Again, you can see that they choose their name very wisely when trying not to attract attention. Pirate hunting is a fun activity in this game. Kinda repetitive, but I do enjoy it. I prefer the conflict zones. Still, when you don't find them, it's still interesting to play like this. I have no idea how can it be. Cutlass Billy Malone, what's that? That's the name of the pilot of the ship, actually. I have not the slightest idea why the fighter had the calibration problem but not the mothership. Honestly, that's strange. Wasn't he in a wing? Wasn't he in a wing? Ma? There's another anaconda named Tom. That's evil, 100%. And I guess I spoke too soon. Let's deploy again the fire because I'm seeing a lot of enemies. Go for it. This is not part of the objective, but still will pay well. So let's keep on with the pirate hunt. I guess it's my destiny today. I keep finding good targets. Would be a shame to leave them. I will target his power plant in advance. I would like to destroy the power plant actually. Put everything to weapons, yeah, who cares? Also the fact that I'm using railguns generates a lot of heat. So in general this is a ship that has cooling problems. But that's also the reason it does so much damage in so little time. Heat sinks again. What's the fighter doing? We'll never know. And look at this, I positioned myself very wrong. And now it's hitting me with all the turrets at once. Good thing I have 2 cells. Actually, these are kind of dangerous, you know. They can dish the damage. I'm hitting the power plant now, it's on the front, I think. I didn't remember it, actually. Let's see if I can take out the power plant. In general, it's not a good idea to go to the front of an anaconda, though that's probably why they put the power plant there. I'll have to keep pumping shield cells. Look how it's depleting my shield. I think they made them a bit stronger. There was a balance patch, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember them being so damaging. 56%. Okay, now I'm hitting 12. Just wants to do it like this. Let's see how it goes. I bet you will have the wars. My dude. Not the best idea, no? I'm the top military ships. It's just that I'm wasting so many shells. Probably I'll end up having to resupply after this. And now I'm hitting the power plant bell. It's on the front and bottom. That's where you're supposed to aim to break the power plant. Ryan Skevington. It's now at 57%, the power plant is, meaning that it has less energy, and in fact it's shooting much less, and no longer being able to deplete my shield. So we practically bullied him into submission. He wanted it, I would have gone for a more finesse fight, he just wanted to go face to face. Weapon that I had to the enemy used to be the PvP meta when I play. Well, when I tried to do PvP at the highest level, and it ended up me costing a lot, meaning PvP with this one ship, what seemed to be the entire meta of it basically was ramming the enemy as fast as possible, and then shoot with a full fragmentation can array. That was the last time I did PvP at this level, because it's stupid. In practice, you take these amazing ships, all you do is crash one into the other and go with a full shotgun array and try to wreck it in the shortest possible time. It was very stupid. It didn't feel satisfying at all. At all it didn't. And also it ended up costing me like 30 millions, so I didn't like it at all. Well, I no longer see targets again. Let's recall the fighter again. I won't try to land it this time since I have calibration problem.
Okay, Commander. Plotting route back
So
to the
I'll
ship.
just
Stand
call
by.
him. I'm also low on ammo, but I don't care that much. Because I'm going to hunt for the pirates in the targets now. And I'm going to need a lot of them. A lot actually. Well, maybe I'll do a target or two, then we go and look for the target zone, the conflict zone. That is more fun to watch, I think. Oh, there's one of the targets there. Okay, no need for the fighter to destroy this. It's so tiny, it's a weak faction I bet. It must have upset someone very rich for the mission to pay this well. No, but I'm speaking about a long time ago, gents, actually. You know what? I was facing a guy that is also on Twitch. I managed to find the video of me being killed, actually. That was the only time I did PvP in this ship. It's so expensive, as I told you. It's like they don't want us to have fun in the game. Now PvP is so much fun. Then let's put a crippling rebuy price on the ships so no one wants to do PvP. I don't know why they do it like this. They just want to make the game less played, it seems. And it's such a shame, because this is actually, by leaps and bounds, the best space games we have presently, especially with the VR support. Am I also out of... I'm out of all ammo, actually. No, one multicannon still has some ammo. I could synthesize the ammo, but tell you what, I'll just kill this guy with the rail guns. Might take a while, though. Might take a while. It's so damn small and nimble. I'm out of ammo. Okay, let's see what happens with just the railgun, huh? One of the guns still has ammo. I'm doing something very annoying. I guess I need the fighter then. I'm deploying the fighter. Yeah, I know you will. I trust you very much, my friend. He just doesn't want me to leave this zone, and now I have to deploy the fighter again. It's just a tiny adder. It's taking us so long, longer than the 2 anacondas we did previously. And you know, when you're out of ammo, I mean. We should try Planet Canyon Racing in Engineer Eagle Couriers. That would be interesting, man, but I don't think I have an Engineer Courier or Eagle. I should make one. I bet that's an interesting thing to do. You can show me your ways. That would be fun. Just tell me the day you're available and we can play together. I've been looking for people to play with Elite for the longest time. Unfortunately, no one plays it in my circle of friends. Pardon? Probably it's a fairly complex game. It's got a learning curve, that's the thing. And also it takes grinding to achieve the highest levels, and that also puts people off. Request dock again. I won't touch the pedals this time, so the calibration won't be as problematic, I hope. But actually I am touching the pedals because if I don't, it will be hard to... Yeah. You know what? Maybe earlier I had just disabled the flight assist. I don't know. It's possible. Ah, okay. Well, we can try it. I have several sheets to get to the engineers very quickly. I have... what's his name? The Asp Explorer. I have an Asp Explorer that jumps quite a bit. Now I don't remember how much, but I've been almost halfway to Sagittarius with that. Never went all the way though. Just that the exploration is kinda boring in my opinion. All you do is jump from one system to the next. It's got its moments. And mostly what I enjoy in this game is combat. Okay, I guess we have to resupply, unless I want to synthesize the ammo myself, but I need a lot of ammo, so it's best. Also, we might be able to find some other interesting mission. Well, most of all, you will crash and die, but the rebuy is small. Yeah, of course. Of course it is, I know. There's a logarithmic scale to this game, no? The more you go high, the more it takes grinding, money, credits. The more you stay low, the more fun you have most of the times. The problem is that now I'm so used to fighting this thing that actually to go back to the other ships feels underwhelming. For instance, the other day I was playing with the Federal again, which is a ship I love, and it's also fairly well engineered. I installed many upgrades on it, and still I couldn't fight in it anymore. I'm just so used to have the full array of weaponry of the Corvette. Or maybe it's just that I lost my touch, I don't know, I haven't played much lately. That could also be it. Let's go to Clark City. They seem to skid when turning. Yeah, it's a floaty ship, isn't it? Also, it's perfect for when you hate your co-pilot, because you stand on a different floor. If you have a co-pilot and you want to see, you put him below, you'll never see him. That's perfect. Just a joke about multi-crew, really. But multi-crew is so much fun in this game. I wish more people played it. I tell you what, if I go to the conflict zone, if I can find one, and I will look for it now, I will open my ship for multi-crew. Maybe someone will join. It's got matchmaking, no? It's always best to have a real person piloting your fighter. And also more interesting. 10 times as much, actually. No, never had that problem with that. I had that problem with the big trade ship. What's his name? The one that is shaped like a flat, large thing. I don't remember the name. That overheated like crazy, like all the time. In fact, I hated the ship. I sold it quite soon. It's not worth the credits it costs, in my opinion. The type something. Well, but you know what I'm speaking about, no? They recently made a fighting version of it that actually I'm quite interested in, but they cost so damn much. I'm kinda broke. This is a cool planet, look at this. Everyone is waiting for the time when we can finally land on this. And it's not impossible, mind you, because there is actually another piece of software. It's not really a game. I don't know if you know it. Its name, what is this? No, I don't want to fight something. I'm so low on ammo. And actually, I'm not fighting anything because it's a stupid eagle. Tell you what, let's just evade it. It looks a bit silly to evade an eagle, but I'll end up wasting even more time if I fight him. Now, as I was saying, there is this piece of software named Space Engine where actually the planets are procedurally generated. And such technology, here in Elite, is all we need actually to be able to land on planets. It's possible, it exists. It's just that they're investing on different endeavors recently. I mean the software house of the game. Yeah, that's the ship, I think. Hi Alex, thank you for liking my post. The T-12, yeah, should be the name of the ship. If it was made like Space Engine, you could easily go there. It's got procedurally generated landscapes. It would be awesome. Someone should merge the two games, actually. It would be perfect. No need for waiting for Star Citizen anymore. In any case, it's best not wait for Star Citizen, because probably you would die sooner than having the game at the pace they're going. At the pace they're going in the programming, mind you, not the gathering of funds. There are many different ways a game that's born on Kickstarter can play out. This is probably the best outcome. To release something that is actually playable doesn't seem to happen as often as it should. And this is a good game in my opinion. Even as a game, even disregarding the natural interest and fascination of space, as a game it's good. It's got good mechanics, of course, they come from the old Elite. And in my opinion they had the right idea. It's just too bad that they seem to be not a big of a development team as they would need to be. That's the truth of it, actually. This would have to be maintained by thousands of people to achieve the kind of results we would want. And what a game it could become. Probably the best game. Maybe eventually we'll get there. Will take years though, I bet. Now you see, I keep the autopilot for the landing to use only on the final stretch of the landing because it's just quicker. There's no two ways about it. We could fly a mine with clouds and stuff. No, I don't remember it. That would have been the coolest thing, man. That would have been the coolest thing indeed. They should merge various games, no? Also, some elements of that thing, what's his name? The indie space exploration game. No Man's Sky. Some of the elements of that game would be extremely cool here. Well, mostly the fact that you can get off your ship. If only they could do it. Driving the car is fun, mind you, but in the end, you don't really feel like you're visiting new places. And also, all the planets kinda look the same, yeah, because you can only land on once without atmosphere. I'll take the assassination mission because we had fun with it the past time. They're actually fairly strong enemies. And it's not bad to play. This pay too little. This pay too little. This doesn't have combat mission. I'm not taking another massacre mission. Okay, and that is all. Before taking off, I look if there are systems at war in the vicinity. I used to do it like this, and now it doesn't seem to work. I don't know. When looking for war, what I did was go to the map, sort by state, and select this, war and civil war. And I used to find many systems where war was waging. And now, it doesn't work. I have no idea. I see nothing, you see. In theory, I should see only the planets that I have filtered, meaning the ones that are in a state of war. The planets, I mean, the systems. This is the galaxy map. But now I see nothing. I have no idea why. Also, making them blink like this, like selecting and deselecting them, made them appear. But now nothing happens. I have no idea. But what if I select everything? Will they appear? Maybe it's just that the map is bugged. Yeah, actually they do. There's two booming systems there, both high-tech. No, this is extraction. Okay, because the color now indicates the state. Okay, makes sense. In any case, it's a peaceful sector of the galaxy. That's the truth of it. No war and no civil war in the vicinity. Never happened to me, honestly. Well, okay, we'll move a bit more eventually and look for it. But I should really try to complete the mission. 24:36 now. Also, where is the target of the assassination I undertook? This we should complete at once. LP634. Well, within the stream in any case, because usually they have a lower time limit. Let's go and hunt for the pirates first.
Observe station regulations on exit.
Observe the station regulations. Yeah, indeed. Like hell I will. I'm a maverick like that. Also, they tend to tell you, no, give way to the biggest ship. Well, I'm the biggest of them all, so who cares? For the code of conduct.
Traffic warning. Be on the lookout.
She got angry, eh? Traffic warning. Well, as long as it's a warning and not a fine. Maham, you can do it as much as you want. You see, my heatsinks deactivated. I have no idea why it does it. It's a new feature of some kind. When you run out of heatsinks, they deactivate by themselves. And if you don't notice and forgot to reactivate, actually you're in big danger in combat. I don't know why it does like this. It's a dangerous bug if I've seen any. And let's look for the targets. I mean, that's what I have to do, in theory, to complete the mission. No, yeah, gents, I kinda hated the T12, as I said, because it tends to get interdicted, but most of all it tends to get interdicted by big things. Things that can destroy it with extreme ease. I died so many times in that thing. So good thing it has a lower rebuy, but in the end it's annoying. You want to do training, you best do it in an anaconda. At least you can fight back. I see the target. Well, seems far. This is the target. This is the target. Yeah, it's another threat 3. This is boring, man. Well, let's go. I mean, it's worth the credits at least. This game is so unpredictable. Sometimes it gives you all the challenge you need. Some others not as much. I can imagine. Okay. Don't worry, James. We will keep speaking the next time you come. This afternoon I won't be able to stream, I tell you in advance. Unfortunately, I'm a bit busy. But tomorrow morning, same time, I'll be here. German pilot launch reputation change. I'm actually within the territory of the German pilot launch. Look at that. Sounds like a player-made faction, to tell you the truth. German pilot launch. Still I see no players within the system. See you later, James. Bye. But really, I've seen no player in this game for the longest time now. The only time where you actually managed to play with others was when you went to the community objective. Now we no longer have a community objective, so it's like they don't want the game to be played. It's a shame, really, because the dynamic of playing with others in this game is very cool, actually. The fact that it's so unpredictable, you never know who you're meeting, whether it will be hostile or not, and you can team up on the very objective zone, no? You meet others, there is this sort of friendliness with strangers, where you form a party, like in an MMO, really, which is what it is in the end. And together you hunt the pirates and get rich together. It's the coolest thing, but so hard to find people now. as I said, it's a bit far. What's that? Blue Forest Homestead. This is Small Blossom Essay. It's an interesting system. I should read the lore about it. I think it gives you something if you open the system map. Maybe later I will. 1 minute 30 to the objective. Look at the pilot patiently waiting for the time to unleash the weapon. As you can see, I have room for 2 co-pilots. If only I could find them, if only. In general, I've had look. I'm thinking now about it. There was a site that they use to do the trading, no? And that also maybe tells you about the state of systems. I could try to use that for looking for a conflict zone. Maybe it will work. I don't know if it's still upgraded because the game seems half dead, to tell you the truth. Since the last time I played, that's how it feels. Maybe it's not the truth, but to me, it's really the absence of community goals that kills it. In any case, if the website is still maintained, that was very convenient to find a place of interest. I will try it after this objective. Let's kill some other pirates, then I go and look for it. It's named addb.com, if I'm not mistaken. It's the most useful thing, really, if you play this game. You should know it. I bet many of you do. Threat 3. So easy. Maybe I should have brought a smaller ship. Well, but they're just punny targets, really. None of these would pose a threat for any player control ship. You tend also to enjoy the environment of this game in VR. It's like going to a place, really. It makes you feel very immersed. I used to do it in the beginning. When I had bought VR for the first time, I used to come into this game just to pass the time inside the ship. Also, the Oculus already had the overlay things, no? So I projected the TV on the monitor floating in space, while actually exploring space at the side of the monitor. And it was the time of the Olympics, so I was watching the Olympics on the monitor. It was kind of a surreal experience, but also very... I still have memories of it. It was nice, really. The strange thing you experience in VR. Finally arrived. Yeah, imagine doing this 10 times in a row. No way. Now we complete this, then I look for something else. Okay, I bet Feral Ossuary is evil. You couldn't have chosen a worse name to hide your pirate identity. A Feral Ossuary, and also one of the targets. Go for it. The target's shields are already offline. Good, because these are surprisingly annoying to destroy. Since they're so small and limber, you end up chasing them for the longest time. You either kill them at once, or it's the most boring thing, but now with the weaponry we have, it's not a problem. Let's see if the Anaconda also... Well, Fiery Whisper. It sounds evil, no? It could be evil. Let's see. Maybe not. Clean. Okay. I bet this small thing is one of the pirates instead. I've got the idea now. They're very weak, these pirates of mine. And unfortunately they killed him before I could... they stole my kill. Last hunter is another innocent, I bet. Adjuster. This could be either, but I don't think it's the enemy. It's too strong for it. Tell you what, let's do the assassination mission. At least it will be difficult. In general, it's pretty dangerous to go for the assassination targets alone. It's also worth almost 2 million by himself. Now I'm questioning the utility of what I'm doing, actually. I could then farm more by doing just assassination. So, go back to no classification stars. Maybe I'll also find conflict zones in the other system. Let's try. Then after that we look for them through ADDB or maybe Inara. Is that also another database of system? No, now you'll see, because when you go and do the assassination missions alone, now it's actually very difficult. It will probably be a difficult fight because they're usually in a wing with other things and they pilot themselves a pretty strong ship. And the other time he gave me a run for my money. We'll see. At least I hope. When you fight the big ships, sometimes it's too darn easy, but it depends on what you do, really. This could be difficult. Okay, already detected. This is an update that I like in the game. Originally you had to go to the... what's his name? The navigation beacon that is there by the star, and you wasted a lot of time to find the target. Now it just tells you where it is outright. This is much better. Simplification, you see. This is what this game needs. There is a reason the latest Monster Hunter is by far the most popular in the entire history of the game, because they cut the boring parts. No one wants to do the same thing 10,000 of times in a row. This is a threat 6 target even. I'm having second thoughts. Threat 6. Okay, we'll see what happens. I don't know, guys. Threat 6 is pretty high. I have the power in theory winning this ship, but if I die in this I go broke. So I'll try to run on the first occasion. In any case, this is a big ship, so it's difficult for them to suppress you. You can escape almost always very easily, unless they hit you all together. We'll see. Before shooting, I'll think in any case, because this could be even too much. I don't care for the signal source now. Okay, deploy the fighter.
Okay, Commander.
Don't tell me this is the enemy. The Type 9, actually. That's the name of the ship I was speaking earlier. That's the Type 9, the one I hated. It's a rather shitty ship. And if it's the target, but it's not, I bet the target is the one in the further lands. And he's got a wing of 3... yeah, 3 vultures. Well, I don't know about these guys. 3 vultures can dish out the damage pretty well, but I guess let's try. I'll try to distract him first with the... There's nothing that can suppress me here. Well, except for the Type 12 or 8, what's his name? We'll see how it goes. The problem here is that the further lance is fast, so it will take me a while to chase and destroy it, while the others shoot me like crazy, so it would actually be dangerous. They already shot down the fighter. It's looking dangerous, huh? We'll see. So, to tell you the truth, the presence of the merchantman there is a bit unnerving, because that will suppress me when I try to run away. Because of its size, you see. Luckily, the vultures aren't doing the best job of chasing me for the time being. Nor do they seem to employ dangerous weapons. Let's start to use the recharging of the shield already. I will deploy the other fighter because I have to.
Roger that. Initiating SLS deployment.
This might not look like it, but actually it's very dangerous. To do this in a smaller ship than mine would be suicide. The number of enemies can really get the best of you in a short time. Maybe someone would have gone for the smallest ship first, but actually I prefer to go straight for the objective, because sometimes they tend to escape. And that would make everything a big waste, so... Okay, fighter already destroyed again. There's just too many vultures. They destroy the fighters like butter. It's useless to deploy them. I would even crash into the damn thing if I manage. Recharging the shield again. It's strange, because yesterday I was doing the exact same thing with only 2 vultures, and yet they damaged me far more. I presume they were higher ranked or had better weapons, I don't know. These guys seem much more of pushovers. Also, the fact that he's not recharging his shield is a great boon to me, because once this thing, once the Federal Lance is out of shields, it's very easy to destroy it. It doesn't have much armor, it's a light ship. No, I think I'm remembering that they also don't have much armor, you know? I think I didn't have the money to buy the good armor on my ship, so I best keep recharging my own ship well. Otherwise I'll have to run immediately. I'm keeping the pressure on him. Recharge the shields again. I can deploy the fires, I mean, why not? Why not? It will at least distract him, I hope. These annoying things. I'm also thinking now that I didn't cash in the bounties previously while I was on station. Okay. I'll do it as soon as we go back there.
Hull is down to 50%. Hull is critical.
Okay, destroyed the fighter again. I don't care about him. I think he has good armor actually. He should be already dead. 55% now. Now this is the riskiest moment, because when the enemy is almost dead, 73%, you feel forced to go for the kill. I think I overheated myself badly. How can I be so low health? Okay, as I said, fairly dangerous. But my shields are still okay, no? I won't go away for as long as the shields hold. Yeah, they're actually damaging me through the shields. I don't know about this thing. I don't have experience of it, to tell you the truth. Do I still have cells? I thought it was the overeating, but it's them that are damaging me. I don't want to leave the combat, I want to get the kill. 33%. 76% is my health. Taking internal damage, that's what they're doing. They're damaging me through the shields. Okay. That's new. But to me it is. 23%. And I don't know about it, guys. Can I still recharge the shield? 72%. The shields are no longer recharging. No, they are. Then I won't leave. For as long as the shields hold, I won't. Even though they damage me pretty well despite the shields. 50% now. Oh shit. I'm also very overheated, that's the problem, yeah? 44%. Let me tell you, if I was streaming I would already be running, but now I want to get the kill. I wonder... I'm starting to think maybe I should run, One last pass. I'm out of cells, but he's also almost dead. What the fuck? 8%, come on! Shit, go away, no! I was sure I would escape. They had some corrosive weapon. I've lost all the money and made them much more. Okay. Well. What's my rebuy price? 15 millions? Well, I have them. 20 millions. Ship rebuy 20 millions minus 120,000. Final balance 32 millions. It's okay, we can take it. Federal Corvette in Clark City. Confirm. Well, that was a not ideal outcome, to say the least. Mission upgraded. What is the update of the mission? Massacre the Purple Faction pirates. It's the same mission, yeah. They actually would have the money to rebuy it nonetheless, no? They made these missions harder, They weren't like this. It used to be that it was impossible to die in the Federal Corvette. Tell you what, let's go for a change of pace. But actually it's not here. I was hoping I had here the other mission I wanted to pay, the other ship I wanted to pilot. Alliance shifter? No, the closest one. Yeah, the Ferdinand is 11 minutes from here. The Anaconda is 13 minutes. Let's go to the Anaconda. But also, at this point I need money because I wasted so much. Maybe I should complete the mission. 25:36. Kinda boring to tell you the truth. Well, let's launch. We'll see. I won't lie. This was a fairly disappointing outcome. I was sure he would die. And the way the armor went down took me completely off guard. I only have money to rebuy this ship another time, actually, so I best be careful. You can lose it, you know, if you don't have enough money. I wanted to do... I was sure he would die. I was sure. Not the first time I made this mistake. Unfortunately, it's a very expensive mistake. 30 millions is a lot of grinding. The assassinations are very, very dangerous now. Because they're meant to be played with a squad, that's the thing. Maybe I should have gone for the vultures first and then attack the mothership. What the hell, guys? You witness my utter failure, but somehow I think it makes the stream more interesting. Not to only see me winning would be boring. At least you saw me also my wars. Let's go for the target that already has appeared. Now I want to complete the mission because otherwise I'll be very low on money. And also, you know what's the worst part? Actually, I didn't cash in the bounties because to me it was unthinkable that I would die. And so now I also lost the money of the bounties. That's amazing, guys. Wait, it's supposed to be pointing... the target is the planet. So maybe the planet will have more than one possible pirate zone? We'll see. In any case, that's another time I learned this lesson. Assassination missions are no longer to be taken lightly. No, but in the end, no, what did I want to do? Because even if I managed to take out the target, I would have still died. It was just too low. And they were damaging me through the shields. That's also something new to me. The problem were, one, the weapons capable of damaging me through the shield. But most of all, two, the corrosive weaponry that I no longer use. And actually, they seem hella dangerous. It corroded my ship in like 3 seconds. There was no time to escape. I should have escaped far sooner. Usually I'm more cautious. It's just that I wanted that killer so much. Now I understand what I'm doing. I was trying to zoom to the differences. And yeah, of course, now I lost a bit of my touch. Let's go and get the other ship. Let's do that. Maybe while moving I'll find a conflict zone. That's also cool to watch. I still have money to rebuy the ship once, no? I can still go broke today. Let's try and do it. I will do my best. Where is the other ship? I wanted to... Yeah, Marida lost the Anaconda, I think. Let's see. Also, some training wouldn't be bad, because training lets you earn quite a bit. This has the Asp Explorer and Ferdinand, so the Anaconda is down here a bit. What the hell? To die in the Federal Corvette. It's the, I think, 3rd time it happens to me. Yeah, it should be the 3rd time. I remember each one of them. Sometimes it's like this, It's like this, you tend to remember your failures in these games, and in the end it builds your experience also. Maybe I'll meet a conflict zone along the way. Who knows? Let's fly something different, also for the sake of variety. Always the Federal Corvette. Not because I don't have the rebuying money, because I do have the rebuying money. At least once. And I want to do something different now. Usually when I die with this ship, the feeling that I have is that I want to go back to something smaller, no? And in general I go to the Federal, the one you unlocked previously than this, in the Federal faction. Its name was the Federal Gunship, I think. And that's also a fun ship to fly, very good in combat. Okay, I will filter by, what's his name? Points of interest. I want to see if I find a conflict zone. What a stupid way. What a stupid way to die. Yeah, I can turn off the lamp. I was so taken in the game that actually the sun has come out in the meantime. Wait, I'll turn off the lamp 1 sec. Look at me standing with the head in outer space, because actually I'm out of the cabin now. To die in the Federal Corvette. 30 millions! La Land 42128. I mean, the risk versus reward dynamic is correct. When you're playing alone, it is correct. It's just that it hurts the PvP side aspect of it. You cannot do PvP in something that costs so much to rebuy. Now, of course, when it's your failure, I say, I made a mistake, I deserve it. But if you go and do it against another player, maybe it's just better than you, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's never worth it to do PvP in this game, unless you do it in the smaller ships. Assassination mission. I ended up being the one assassinated. The first time I died with this thing, it ruined my day. I kept thinking about it. It ruined my entire week. Because the grinding was so much to make back the money. Actually, it's quite a bit of grinding to make back 20 minutes. But I do know some tricks. I will show you how to make money fast in this game now. Maybe you know it, Maybe you know it. It's not a big secret. But still, I've met several players of this game that actually don't use the external resources, which is a shame because there are huge resources. Okay, my anaconda should be... it can only be on Sabine platform. I also kinda remember the name, you know, Sabine platform. I'd certainly been here before. Well, of course, you do combat, it can end up like this. If you do trading, it's less likely. If you do something like exploration, it's very unlikely. And in any case, much less pricey. Combat is just the top activity of the game. If you think of them as in layers or a pyramid, actually, it's the vertex of it. The one where you risk the most and also can obtain the most. And in this case, lose the most. It's just the same lesson I learned in War Thunder, thanks to some very good people I've begun playing with. The more you get greedy in games, the more you risk it, just the nature of it. If it's a well-made game, at least. It should be like this, otherwise there's no challenge. Quite a bit of resource extraction sites also here. No conflict zone anywhere. Twin tunnel mining group. Ooh, I got distracted. I should have slowed down. Okay, it's the same, I guess. Let's take it with a roundabout route. Yeah. This is called the loop of shame. I don't know if you know the terminology. When you fail to stop for the station and you have to go around, it's the loop of shame. Can also used to be kinda dangerous because if there were enemy players, they can take advantage of it to attack you. But now it seems no one plays this game anymore, so it's no longer a loop of shame. It's just a loop. This is a different looking station, as you can see. Probably it's the high-tech variety. The one where you buy the best equipment. They're very important. It's an Ocellus starport from the faction Raxler Research, okay. Ooh, I deployed my weapons. No, that's not what I wanted to do. What a magnificent failure in a way. No, but I'm glad it happened on stream, eh? Yeah, maybe... I'm glad it happened on stream. At least someone witnessed it. You lose so much money by yourself, you feel even more of an idiot. Why don't you want to make me land? I just told him, make me land. Everyone hates me today, I swear. Huh, finally got the idea. Oh, I might have exaggerated with my boosting. We'll see. I'm going there head first. And also I'm actually missing the slot. No, it's okay. My spiraling track, yeah, made me slow down, like a flaring of the plane, if you want to speak in aviation terms. And now I can point myself at the slot. They're scanning me. I wonder why. And let's land. To Lenny Patton. 1-0 it is. Okay. I have here is the vulture and also of course what I wanted, which is the anaconda. It should have also a lower rebuy, which is better because now I'm kinda low in credits because of my failure. $12 million rebuy cost. Okay. So let's take a little look at the various... of course I lost all my bounties. Yeah, that's a damn shame. That's the stupidest thing also, not to cash in on the bounties before dying. Let's take a look at the missions. If I'm not mistaken, I have a fairly big cargo hold on this ship. Yeah, 384. Deliver? No, this will take too long. Industry needs, massacre. And the massacre missions are so boring. They give you these very easy targets. There are several smuggle missions. They go all in the same system. Kramer keep... No, I mean the same station, no. I would say best not do the smuggling. Maybe now I'm risking too much for the quantity of money here. Industry needs. Too long. Okay, we'll do it like I said with a special resource. But wait just a minute while I take the shortest break. I'll be right back. Just a minute. And Here we are. Where is my video? Here we are. Okay, back. Allora, let me see what kind of weaponry I have in this ship. Thank you for waiting. It is a pulse laser, multi-cannon. The huge one is a multi-cannon. Okay, I guess it could work. So have you ever heard the expressions how to get rich in a few simple steps, banks hating such and such, no? Elite has an equivalent to it. And now I'll show you. You might know it, but maybe you don't know it. The name of the website is EDDB. Actually, it's not necessary now because they changed the EDDB. Wasn't it like that? Elite Database. EDDB. Now they have an internal interface for trading, but I think this is still the best one if they keep upgrading it. It seems so, because it says it now has a dark mode, even better. Okay, we are in the system of Craurno, so what you do is you're looking for a profitable route. You're buying from Craurno. Gooch Observatory, yeah, this one. The station is Sabine platform, right? Yeah. And find routes. It's like that, no? No, because this is for a specific route. No, it works. But you have to tell him more things now that I remember. I don't think this is the correct interface, actually. No, it is. They just changed it. So, what was my cargo space again? 384. This is a specific workflow that I have ingrained into my memory. Now wait while I recover it. 384 is the quantity of space. Minimum supply. Implicit ignore commodities. Max up distance, we don't care. Available credits, we have a lot of money to spend on goods. Let's put the max, I don't care. So it should give me the best routes. Let's see if it works. Yeah, I can make 1,800,000 if I bring basic medicines to Ngara system, Smith terminal. But wait, is that for the big landing pad? Because there is also that. I'm flying a big ship, so you have to tell him. Large landing pad. I think that's one of the good ones, yeah. No, actually, it's giving me a different destination. 1,700,000 if you bring basic medicine. There is an outbreak, I think, some kind of pestilence of illness, I don't know. That's very in tune with the times also. So, Gliese 1272, that's the place. Basic medicine. Okay, we'll see the return route once we're there. First of all, let's fill the cargo hold with basic medicines. So, it is possible to get interdicted while you deliver the goods, so it's not like we're not going to see combat. We just might. Commodities market. This is an industrial system, so it produces, among other things, tech, medicines and the like, and it takes back materials. I'm spending very little actually for these things. Yeah, because they're basic medicines. The point here is that the other system has an outbreak, so we're actually profiting for their troubles. And what was the name of the system again? Gliese 1272. 1272, I best remember it in Italian, unless I forget. Gliese. Let's see if the system still works. I haven't used it in many months. 1272. Far but not that far. It's just 3 jumps, okay. So let's launch this thing already with our full cargo horde of basic medicine. Well, we're profiting for it, but we're also helping the people, no? So it's not completely a bad feel. And along the way, maybe we'll find the conflict zone. That's still the main purpose of this stream.
Disengage from landing pad. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Quickly, okay. Safely, we'll see. Ciao. This is a ship that has more of a vertical extension, no? It's got like a turret on top of it, and it can actually bump very easily against the station. Well, I can show you, but it's dark. And you don't have the external... No. The thermal view doesn't work from the external view. Okay, let's leave the area of the station and deliver these goods 3 jumps to the destination, while still looking, of course, for a conflict zone. Maybe that's what I should have done from the beginning. Points of interest. This is a peaceful system also. Maybe the next one won't be.
Clear of station perimeter. We hope to see you again, Commander.
This is the Kraurno system, by the way, yeah? I best remember it. Well, I remember it because it will be on the website. Actually, if you don't get bored easily, it's very quick to make money like this. You go back and forth, back and forth. We will look for something different now. But if you do this again and again, you can get rich very easily. Let's also scan the system while I move, so I can make some money from it. Go to scan mode, yeah.
System scan complete.
No conflict zone here, it seems. And go. What was the name of the place where I was supposed to land? I think it's on a planet. That's better. So we can go with the car a bit. It's actually quite fun to do it, especially with the wheel. You will see if you haven't seen it the other day. But actually, now that I think about it, it wasn't the third, it was the 4th time I died with the Federal Corvette, because ever since I started streaming, I died twice with it. Apparently, I'm much more careful when I am by myself. When I play with others, I look for trouble, no matter the consequences. And I end up paying a fair bit due to this. I don't have a car on the ship, okay. That's going to be a problem if I want to land. So what was the name of the place again? We're supposed to go to Murphy Dock. It's just a short demonstration. I won't bore you with trading old stream. We have a conflict zone here. Look at that. Look at that. The payback is there. We can do the fighting here. Oh god, I forgot again the name of the place. Am I stupid or what? Oh, an interdiction. Murphy Dock, okay. Who wants trouble? It's a chieftain, we should be able to take it out. Let's see, I don't remember exactly. Ooh, I managed to... Okay, doesn't matter. I have plenty of weapons here. It's just a chieftain, I mean. No, watch me die also against a chieftain, eh? Oh, I think I'm using turrets. Yeah, these are turrets actually. Even better. Watch me die against a chieftain, that would be quite a sight. And a nice sight on the star. So you want my medicine, eh? I'll give you a taste of my medicine. I'm actually carrying basic medicines, you see. That's the point of the joke. These are fairly maneuverable, but luckily, having turrets, you can see how convenient it is. They do all the job. I don't even have to strain myself. I wonder if I carry shield cells on this thing. I should know before I engage in combat. And actually, he engaged me, no? Also, this is a less maneuverable ship, predictably, so... Yeah, you better go in rear gear from time to time. The turrets look very cool. Position like that as they move. It's a fun ship to fly, really. I have 3 cannons. Ah, okay, the loadout is like that. I have the 4 turrets, the huge multi-cannon, and the 3 cannons which are fixed. So I actually have a very good selection of weaponry here, both turrets, gimbaled and fixed. This is also a ship that would enjoy multi-crew. Look at that, we're going helped by the station authority. And he's almost dead. And now you learn your lesson. You pirate wannabe. Don't you try running. You ask for it, you better pay the price. Like I did previously, by the way. Okay. Back to FSD space. Scan all you want. Murphy something. I have to go to Murphy. Don't tell me it's far. Murphy Dock, here it is. No, it's not even on a planet, even better. It will take less time. I wonder what kind of production it has. If it's something that makes me earn big bucks, I might even bring it back to the previous station, we'll see. Actually took a big chunk of my shields, that thing. It was surprisingly effective at it. Now, the ideal thing for the conflict zone would be, I know, it's not worth to go in there without training Anaconda. I would be a sitting duck. I need to call to this station a different kind of ship, maybe even the Ferdinand. Well, ideal would be the Federal gunship, but probably it costs too much. We'll see. We'll see once I come to the... Look at that, the conflict zone is just there. No, it's absolutely worth it. Probably the quicker thing would be, you know what, do a return trip to the previous station and to come back here but with the Federal Corvette. I might do just that, it won't take too long. There's a little of a meta in people that land with the Anaconda in a specific way. That means by sliding into... Since it's a very... Yeah, but I'm doing a terrible job of it today. I tried to slide, but I wasn't sliding well. Since it's a very long ship and sort of thin, some people like to drift into the station, and I used to be able doing it when I was a smuggler. Now I lost, I'm probably no longer able to. But this isn't bad as a landing, look at it. Well, at least as an approach. Now you turn off the... Yeah, no, I went a bit long. I wanted to do the slide, but... Well, it still works, I mean. As long as it brings me in. There's an art to landing ships in this game. It's not so easy. This is what makes it also a simulator, in my opinion. Oops. Hitting things in general is really taxing to your shields. Do you have the autopilot in this? I don't remember. Yeah, I do. And it's useful because aligning the ship with the pad is the thing that makes you waste more time. Whereas, like this, you're immediately able to go back to the fun part. Okay, let's see what I can bring here to wage war. Because the conflict zone is very, very inviting and it's calling me. What comes in the shortest time span possible? 12 minutes I can have the Vulture, but the Vulture sucks. The Federal gunship is not that far. 548,000. Well, I can just go and fetch it, I mean, if it's only 40 minutes, 40... Tell you what, I don't care. I don't care, let's maximize the fun. I'll call the ship here. They're all within range, actually. No, but I want to show you the Federal gunship. It's just a ship I enjoy piloting. 14 minutes, though. We'll find something to do for the next 14 minutes. Maybe another trip with the trading. Let's see if it indeed... this is a refinery. I think it will have good things to bring to the industrial system. We'll make another return trip, but with the medicines. That will more than pay for the ship transfer. Okay, this is 1,700,000 in profit. Not bad, not bad. So now I'm 33 million balance. It will take a while to gain back what I lost earlier in the stream, but still. So let's look for a return trip now. We're going from Murphy Dock in Gliese 1272. Gliese. No, if I don't say it in Italian, I don't remember. The name of the place is 1272. Gliese 1272. There's a double space. Yeah. From station Murphy Dock to... Now I would like to go back. And I came from... What was it? Craurno, whatever. Sabine platform on Craurno. No, it's a refinery. In theory, it's excellent for trading with an industrial system. No, I did it the opposite way. It's the system Craurno and the station Sabine platform. And cargo capacity, we said it was... I can check it from the other page. 384. 384. So, what should I bring back there? Synthetic fabrics. Why so few of them? Wait. 384. Only 8. Murphy Dock to Sabine well, the profit is the same. I mean, I don't care for the total earnings. You can buy for 120 and sell for 751. So you're profiting, well, quite a bit. Synthetic fabrics. Let's see if the reading is true. Synthetic fabrics, here it is. 30 credits. Also, you know what? Wait, before buying that, let's see if maybe there is a mission that brings me to that very same place. It's not impossible when it makes sense from a trading point of view. Ship to large, ship to large, ship to large. Okay. Massacre, massacre, massacre. Supply. Non-lethal weapons. I'm not sure. They could have them in the previous station. Let me see. I'm going to Sabine platform. Market. And metals, textile weapons, non-lethal weapons, they do have them. So let's take that mission, but it's on our return trip when we're going also to get the ship and do the conflict zone. So yeah, I will supply them, not worth much money, but still. I have to remember buying them. Assassinate desert, now. Massacre, massacre, massacre. Civil war, now. Courier job available now. Okay, I think that's all we can. Mineral extractor, man, I don't care. I don't care. Insulating membrane goes to another place. Okay, we'll do only one trip. Already. Ah, wait, I didn't buy the... What was its name? The textile. The textile something. The synthetic fabrics, was it? Yeah, the one that cost 30 credits.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay. And we have to go back to Kraurno. Just one trip, guys. It's not what I'm going to do all stream. But the fact is that I want to do the conflict here and do it with a different ship. So it makes a lot of sense to do this while we wait for the ship to come here. At least I will earn another million or two. And also to show a different aspect of the game, no? In any case, my federal gunship is coming here. I think by the time of the return trip we'll be able to fight in the conflict zone. Almost surely.
Detach confirmed. Watch for
The
oncoming
touch
traffic.
confirmed. Easy French. It sounds a bit French. They tell me I also sound French. Do I? Do I? Well, it's quite surprising really, because I'm not French, I'm Italian. Whee! My Korean teacher also said that I speak Korean with a French inflection, which was quite surprising to me. He asked of me, but did you ever study French? Actually, no. I cannot even pronounce French very well, so it's very strange. The Anaconda is also a very cool ship. It looks like a motorboat, kinda. But a cool one. Well, we don't have much light here to check it out. Let's just boost back to the other system.
You are clear of the station. Flight control signing off.
I'll bring back the medicines here. That's what will earn me the big bucks. But I think also the textile should make me earn a bit. Let's hope I get interdicted, of course, because it makes for a more interesting stream. Only two jumps, it's not so long. Might even be too short actually, I'm afraid the ship won't be there when I come back. You would be surprised if you don't know it about the firepower of the gunship. The Federal gunship is actually almost on par with the Corvette. The problem there being that you have much less shields and a smaller variety of weaponry because you have less hard points, but it's still a good ship to fight in. It also carries the fighter, by the way. You can have the fighter covering your back. I used to think of it as only the fighting part of the Anaconda, when the Anaconda was the only big ship I owned.
System scan complete.
I'm forgetting many little things now that I'm playing while streaming because I speak so much. Like for instance scanning all the systems when you come into them. Ciao Diego, grazie per aver cliccato mi piace. Se hai domande posso rispondere anche in italiano. And this is also for everyone else. Any question I'll be glad to answer. Let's go to Kraurno now. The place is Sabine platform. Look at that. I actually met some commanders. At 2 minutes past 8. The beginning of the stream. Just didn't notice it. That could have been cool to play with them. What a shame. I bet they didn't even show up on radar. They have a different icon than their players, but it's such a random thing to meet people because there are so many systems. The galaxy is so vast. I was just unprepared for the team. Am I still targeting the thing? No, actually I never targeted the thing. I don't know what happened. Okay. Here it is. I really like the effect of depth when you're falling to the planet. It feels like you're going down its gravity well. It's very cool. You have always an amazing sense of scale in VR. If you've never tried it, I can vouch for that. It completely transforms the experience, especially for a game like this. Sabine platform. Wait for me. Well, it's not going anywhere now, is it? I think my Federal gunship should be about halfway to the objective now. I mean, to its destination. Yeah, of course, we could just take the Federal Corvette that I have here and bring it back to the other system. But I would lose on the 1.5 million of the medicine. It's a shame. Let's try to maximize the earnings. I need it. I lost 20 million earlier in the stream. I need it. No, you have to ask for permission to land within 7 kilometers and a half. That's the reason they didn't answer me previously. Oh, I have... yeah, what is this? Remove the weapons. Imagine if I got shot down by the station. That would be also fun.
2,000 meters from touchdown.
Yeah, here we are. Easy peasy. Didn't even bump my head this time. Always a nice feeling when it happens. So should I say it doesn't happen? Landing gear. What the heck is the autodock doing? This is one of the instances where without autodock I would have been faster. He passed, but still it's okay. I mean, what did we lose? 3 seconds. Let's see if there is a mission that requires you to bring these textiles I brought. That would pay more, also in reputation, no? Need lithium, need... disable, battle weapons, no. Donate, mine, no. Next time I stream this game we'll do the mining. It's another big aspect of the game that is often overlooked and it's very fun to play. Surprisingly so. There's a big element of luck with it, but still it's fun. Okay, well, there is no mission requesting these materials. Let's see if I brought something of value actually, or I just wasted my cargo hold. According to EDTB, I should profit from it. Now, what's the thing? Synthetic fabrics. Well, predictably not that much, but still better than nothing. So, did I sell them all? Yes. And now we buy the good stuff, that is the basic medicines to bring back. This is the last trading trip I do, I swear, don't get bored with it, please be patient. It's just that we also needed the other ship. Costs very little, earn you quite a bit of money. So we go back to... what's the name of the place? I absolutely don't remember. Gliese 1272, okay. Gliese, yeah, maybe if you type in the actual search box, thank you. Gliese 1272. Meow. And actually now it highlights. I see the ship is there, you see, they brought my ship to the place. So we're going to do the combat very soon. In the conflict zone, no less. I wanted to show the conflict zone, it's so cool in VR. Let's go, let's go. And also not to fly the same ship all the time.
Disengage from landing pad. You are go for
Oh, look, there's a guy. Ah, it's the Imperial Keeper, that's the name of the thing that looks like... a Romulan Hawk is the name, I think. The ship from Star Trek, the one the baddies drive. I rather like the ship designs of this game, but one has to admit they're not very groundbreaking. They tend to go with the most well-known templates, sorta like. Three jumps to be back there, sell our medicines, and start to make our name known in the battlefields of Gliss 1272. I can't even remember the name of the place, but the place will remember my name once I'm done with them. I like very much the way on this very expensive ship you have an exposed wire over there. That has been bothering VR players for the longest time. I paid 100 million for this thing. You couldn't hide the wire. It's also oddly reflected on the bugginess of the thing. When they do something wrong with the cockpits of the ship, and from time to time it happens, this is always the ship that gets broken the most. It's like you're paying a premium to have an inferior vehicle, actually. Should I say bot? This is a bot in theory, no? It floats within space, so it's a bot. Also looks like one. Well, a certain type of, not just every bot, like the famous yacht that Steve Jobs had built mere months before his death. That's a cool looking ship if I've ever seen one. It was really well designed. Well, of course I bet he had a hand in that. Let's go to Gliss with our medicines. No pirates to interdict me this time. I'm kinda disappointed actually. I wanted another little fight. In practice I earned more in these last 20 minutes than the entire pirate hunting I did before. Well, even disregarding the fact that I died by losing everything. It's just the truth of it. But maybe also the truth in life, no? To be a mercenary, did it really pay as well as being a trader? Actually, no. It was just more interesting, we could say. Well, in a game it's certainly just more interesting. In real life it's more interesting and also way more dangerous. Depending on the time period, because actually in the Middle Ages being a trader was also risky, especially in the high seas. And actually the navy, the marine analogy is very strong with space games in general. It just seems to be the way a spacefaring civilization would develop, no? Something like the 17th, 18th century, when every man could be rich if he had the risk-taking in him to try and undertake such a life that tended to end pretty soon, actually. But maybe it's just what the creators tend to go for. It just makes for a more interesting story, I guess. Here's the conflict zone we want. Both high and low intensity. No, medium intensity even. Bene, even better. My ship is waiting for me. My fighting ship, I mean. Murphy Dock, here we come. Open your slot for me. Your mail slot. Why do they have to make the hole so small to fit the ship into? I will never know. Actually, they limited the variety of ships to put into the game because they had to design them around that tiny hole that they absolutely have to fit through. What happened? No, I pressed the button too early. Now I'm almost 1,000 kilometers to the dock. He was in the blue. What the hell? Okay, go back to space, compressed space, we try again. Now I will probably overshoot it, of course. No, maybe not, look at that. So I wasn't that close in the end. It says press to disengage. No, I read it, that's the reason I pressed the button, then it's you, it's not me. I'm not the problem, I'm the solution. Request docking. Let's try to do the sliding thing, maybe this time I'll manage. More or less. No, I went long. Yeah, grandma, I slow down. Here we go. Maybe I should have said grandpa. Just that the word came to my mind soon.
Landing gear deployed.
Automated docking approved. It's not like you have to approve once I'm inside. What can you make me do if not dock? Okay, let's deliver the goods. Also I forgot to buy, yeah, because I'm an idiot, I forgot to buy the non-lethal weapons that I told them I would bring. Now they will hate me for this. Very, very excellent. Okay. Sell the medicines. It's 1700,000. Good, good. We need all the money we can get. And also I can as well discard the mission because I absolutely won't complete it now. No, it's not from here, right? I'll tell you what, leave it there, I don't care. Who knows, maybe I might even end up doing it. For the time being, let's go finally with the Federal Gunship. Now, this is certainly not as powerful as the Federal Corvette, but you will see how fun it is to pilot it in the conflict zone. So let me check, maybe I can put the better armor on it. What kind of system is this? Refinery, no, they will absolutely not sell it. Because I tend to use the armor as something you can sell when you need cash. Because everything is sold always for full price in this game. It's a great aspect of it. And that's actually a smart choice in my opinion. It lets you experiment more. And also you have this kind of a bank account of models you can sell when you need them. Maybe they have also objectives to do in the conflict zone. Let's see. They will be of the combat kind, of course. You will find them in the conflict zone. Yeah, of Gliese, that's the name of the system. Yeah. These pay well in general. It used to be that you could select more than one and complete them all at once. Now it's no longer made like that, unfortunately. So it's better to go a bit at a time. Let's go with the one. You will also you will earn twice actually, from the mission and also from. Actually, I chose one of the two parties now, so I'm supposed to fight for the ones that are not the conservatives. Okay. So the Union. Massacre. Good, I want to fight for the Union, not the conservatives. Well, I don't know, pick a couple and let's go there. I won't waste too much time on it. But I have to put a pilot. Of course, by dying with the Federal Corvette, I also lost my pilot. That's a true shame. That guy has been with me for the longest time. Where is it? Not passenger lounge. Pilot lounge or something like that. Crew lounge. It's a lounge, you see. No, actually, he's still there. No, but he wasn't the good one. The good one is this, I think. The one... profit share. I think I already lost the good one. I lost it the other day. They don't seem to have a long duration of employment with me. I just don't like paying their pensions. They tend to die before then. So, what weapon am I carrying on this? All multi-cannon in practice, except for a couple of pulse turrets. What was I thinking? I have 2 turrets on the Federal Gunship. I absolutely don't remember this. But it would be a true gunship then. Of course, a gunship is supposed to have turrets, no? Well, let's see what happens, I mean.
Landing gear retracted.
And this also has the double... You see how much more maneuverable it is compared to the others. Yeah, of course, it's not one of the maneuverable ships, but still compared to this. They also have the double fighter bay, I mean. Let's go to this conflict zone, it's time, it's time. filtered by points of interest. Let's go to the high intensity one. They're not really harder, the high intensity ones. They just have more sheets, but from both factions actually, so it's not necessarily worse for you, the player. I got a message. I bet it's the other faction that tells me, no, shoot the other guy's ships instead. Wait, I'll go to the conflict zone, then we check it out. Usually it's like this, and they offer you more money. But you best stick with one of the two factions. You tend to earn more reputation, of course. One that always switches sides is not going to be the most loved of mercenaries. Clean kill bonus. No, actually you have a bonus if you can complete it without losing my ship. Well, I certainly hope I don't lose my ship, because I already lost it today, and 2 times in a row would be too much.
Okay, Commander. Releasing the fighter.
Okay. Where is the screen that lets me... Okay, we're fighting for the Union against the Conservatives. So, the red guys have to die. Actually, they're not the red guys, because they're the Conservatives, but they're red on my radar. And look at the kind of weaponry we have here. Ah, I'm using the corrosive ammo. Yeah, on this I have the corrosive multi-cannon, the thing that destroyed me in a matter of seconds when I was flying the Federal Corvette. Now I hope the meta changed, and so they're so powerful also for me. We'll see, we'll see. And I guess... Ah, I have actually... Ah, you see how I configured. Now I remember, this is an interesting loadout I came up with the last time I used this ship. Basically, you have the pulse laser that always keep the pressure up. You have the multi-cannon that you shoot yourself on gimbals. And then you have a single fixed beam laser that depletes your energy very fast, but also does the same to the enemy shield. And you're supposed to shoot it when you're sure to hit a very close range. I deployed the fighter, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well, in general, it can be more engaging to fly the small ships. Look how you can fly after him. And this isn't even one of the smallest. It's a medium-sized ship. Of course, I went after the Viper. That takes ages to destroy because it's so tiny and hard to hit. Enemy Anaconda. I like it. We'll go there after this guy. Whee! Probably it would have been quicker if I destroyed that thing from the fighter, you know. I'm also wasting a lot of ammo on that stupid thing. Just that it was the first one I saw, and I went straight for it. Tell you what, I can still go to the fighter, no?
Roger that. I've taken control.
I like the sound. This is a different fighter, I think, from the one I was using previously. Come on, you got 5% health. You see, the only thing the NPC does well is fighting the small things. It's very good at keeping them on target. Okay, finally back to the mothership, and we go for something more endearing. Like, didn't I see an enemy Anaconda?
Target down.
Nicely done, Commander.
I guess not. That's almost dead. Let's finish him. I will get credits from it. So the pulse turrets shoot all the time as soon as you have an enemy in your targets. It can be annoying sometimes because they consume your energy.
Another one down. Keep going, Commander.
All these small things. No, here's the Anaconda. Let's go for it. They already depleted his shields. Good opportunity, good opportunity. Let's see the power of the corrosive cannons now. Yeah, you can see the effects on the ship outline. That thing with the sort of biologic danger tells you that it keeps losing health at an increased rate. In practice, it corrodes its armor. It's what got me earlier. It's much more dangerous than you would think. Actually, it's a very useful mod to have on your multi-cannons. I wanted to aim at the... well, it won't be necessary to the... In general, when you shoot in a big ship, you go for the critical target, meaning in this case I wanted to shoot the power generator, but it wasn't needed, it was already half dead. Yeah, you see how it's corroded. It's corroded by my multi-cannons. In the meantime, the turrets keep bothering him, and it's fairly effective. Only problem with using this kind of ammo-based weaponry is that you end up exhausting your ammo pretty soon. And luckily we are close to the base, no? It won't take too long to replenish. I think it's about time I fired my shield cell. Let's be careful here, huh? Because already I did stupid things today. I think it's hardy. I wonder what kind of armor it has. The power distributor is almost gone. Let's destroy the power distributor so it can no longer do anything. I think he should stop shooting once he's without a power distributor. So you can aim by hand at the critical targets. Okay, he no longer has it. So he's a sitting duck in practice. He's going to run out of energy very soon. Also, I'm not the only one shooting him, so... No, I'm shooting the air. Okay, it's the turrets that are hitting him, not the multi-cannons. Ooh, I hit a friend. You have to be careful. If you hit a friend too much, they start going after you. The entire army does. Temperature 3%. Come on, man. Okay. And what else? Ah, there's one almost there. Let's go steal the kill from the... No, I couldn't. Everything's so tiny. You think I went to the high intensity zone? You call this an high intensity zone? If it's so small, I fire him with the fighter, I mean. Why not? It's faster now, you can reach him in a second. I love this view. Wait, this one. You fly in the fighter. Very extreme. You can see the concentration on his eyes. I wanted to... Yeah, look at this. He even follows with sight there. Yeah, of course I have to do all the work because my handy NPC does nothing. What a surprise. And actually the Eagle has good shields compared to my firepower. Even the Eagle. Okay, he's out. Shoot the engines. I should stop him. Where are the engines? Drive. My god, these ships' weapons suck.
I've got control, Commander.
Ooh, there's a Python. I came back just in time because this Eagle would have died 100% against the Python. There's too many people shooting me, I have to move. One of them is just a Type 9, okay. Well, let's put some distance between me and them. You can do it very easily in the conflict zone because there are also friendlies, no? This is a Cobra that is out of
Running
shields.
without shields. Cover me, Commander. Fighter
Okay,
is
let's
toast,
come
Commander.
back.
You didn't stand a chance.
No, I'll go for the big thing. The Type 9. That's an affront. What are you doing with a training ship in a conflict zone, man? Let's deplete his shields in a second. And corrode him to hell. With the corrosive ammo. I'm overheating myself. Do I even carry heat sinks on this thing? I don't think so, you know. It seems I can hit the power distributor from here. It's like going to battle in on a cow while riding a cow in practice. The bovine, so to say, of the battlefield. What a bovine thing, or maybe asinine thing to do. You bring a merchantman to a combat zone. And I'll have to recharge my shields again. Well, as I said, to go back to the normal ships after the Corvette is always underwhelming. And the thing is actually quite resistant. I'm finding myself saying the same thing again and again. I think the game has been made harder. Is it possible? Like in the past months. Okay, why don't you deploy? Oh no, the fighter. No, it's not in the air. Who is the fighter? It's got plenty of ammo, this thing, huh? Okay, deploy the fighter again.
Okay, Commander. Releasing the fighter. The odds aren't stacked in our favor, Commander. Let's try to split these targets up.
Yeah, don't worry, man. I'll bring you to victory. I'm already out of ammo. Oh my god. Half of my cannons are out of ammo, and I haven't taken out not even 5 shields. Well, at this point I want to synthesize ammo. Let's do it. Is this? I need small caliber munitions. Ah, but I have little sulfur, huh? Well, still it's enough to make a couple of resupply. Yeah, at least we go to the quantity of ammo in the more supplied cannons. Come on, steal the kill, steal the kill! How do you like it, man? Meow. Bam. That one is also almost there. No special objectives though. I wanted to show you the capital ship, the special wings. It's doing nothing. What a boring conflict zone. I came too late for that. And that's the piton that bothered me previously. I wonder if... No, I won't make it on time, I think. But let's try. Almost dead already. Ah, he's using the chaff, but that's okay, I have a fixed weapon. As I said, you always have to carry one. I'll put all my energy on the beam laser.
Area, Commander. Let's go to work.
That one.
You got them. Well done, Commander.
that guy is also on his last leg. Let's give him a little push. Another one bites the dust. You should have the ability to put custom voices in this game. Also the modding potential of this. The modding potential. If only games didn't have to be a sort of an online service as they are today, this would be a great game to mod. You could put all the famous shits of the movies in it. He's another very smart person that brought a scout ship to the battle. So let's punish him. He's trying to escape. This sucker. Will I let him? I don't think so. Destroy the power plant. Yeah, the power plant. And you're dead now, dude. It's completely sitting duck. Ooh, wait, I'm overeating again. Now you're not escaping, eh? I broke the power plant. I bet you aren't. Destruction achieved. Who's left? Who's left? $7 million rebuy cost on this ship. Who's left? No one's left, it seems. Did we win? You can actually win the combat now. Previously it wasn't like that. You remain in the conflict zone for as long as you want. Now once the enemy is finished, it just retreats. I think you also got a progress bar for it somewhere. No idea where. Where did they put it? No? Maybe on this side. What's this? Session log. I also have an auto-field maintenance unit on this thing. Look at that. No enemy left, it seems. No, I don't understand it. Okay, let's go to a different conflict zone. Pick up the fighter.
Roger. On the way back now.
It's a much smaller ship, as you can see. The copilot goes up there. You can only bring one copilot, doesn't have the two of them. Here it is. Here it comes back into the hold. Safe and sound.
Fighters in the bay, ready to depart, Commander.
Everyone sitting there doing absolutely nothing. What a strange conflict zone. Entering conflict zone. Actually, I'm leaving the conflict zone. Let's go to the medium one. Actually, the medium one is sometimes harder because, as I said, you have less friends also, in addition to less enemies. And they might concentrate on you. When you got more than 3 enemies on you, as I promptly demonstrated earlier, no matter the power of your ship, you're always in danger. Very big danger. Even if they're small. Because in the end it multiplies the power of weaponry, the quantity of energy they have. It's exponential. They do 3 times, 4 times as much damage. More than the sum of their parts. Where is that? Yeah. I have to fight for the Union.
The odds aren't stacked in our favor, Commander.
Oh, you never know, man. I see Anaconda. Anaconda? No, it's a Python.
I think that's it, Commander.
No, there is also an Anaconda. Let's go for that. The big ones die first. I'm very low on ammo now that I noticed. Probably this won't be a long stay. Unfortunately, I'm out of sulfur. If I had the sulfur, I could synthesize the ammo as much as I want. But now I no longer have the materials. Anaconda. Such an overrated ship in combat. It turns like a truck, look at that. But actually I'm almost out of ammo in half of my multi-cannons. I don't have much more in the others. We'll see how it goes. I still have the beam laser though, huh? Out of ammo in one cannon. This is the kind of thing that got me earlier. They attack you through the shield. Let's see if I have rockets. Go for the power plant now that you're under the ship. It's very exposed. Woo! I just rammed an anaconda, look at that. Would you have thought it possible to be so stupid and ram something so utterly big? Actually, I don't have shield cells left either. So let's be quick with this kill. Because otherwise I'm almost out of ammo, out of shield shells. This is another dangerous combat situation in potential, and I don't want to die again, absolutely. Okay, it's gone. We have to go and resupply now. I don't care about the fire. Leave it there, man, I don't care, They cost little. Signal lost. Sometimes he gets angry at you, he tells you never do that, leave the fire behind. This time apparently he's seen the destiny of his friend previously, how he died in coma, now he doesn't want to do the same thing. I want to bring some other tools to this system, because the next time I stream this game I don't want to do the absolute same thing. I probably do either exploration or mining. And for mining actually I don't have a dedicated ship anymore. I used to mine in the Federal Corvette, if you can believe it. And now I use it for combat again. But I don't think I sold all the equipment, I just have to make it transfer here. And for exploring, well, it's either the Asp Explorer or I have a dolphin that is very good for exploring. You know, the tiny passenger ship that actually is very good for exploring. Ah, to land in the small things again is much quicker. Slide. And there you go. Yeah, landing in a small ship is definitely easier. Ah, this doesn't have the autopilot, okay. I wanted to look so cool and in the end I didn't. Let's try to find the button, okay, this is it. Ah, this ruins completely the coolness factor of the approach. No, I was in rear gear. It's not this so easy, eh? That's also the reason I keep the autopilot. And now I'm out of... Yeah, I forgot the correct way to do it, because I haven't in a while. Okay. Okay, I want to check a couple of things. First, if I can engineer anything through the remote workshop function on this ship. Actually, the pulse laser seems to be doable. It's got a rapid fire modification. I will need mechanical equipment to go tier 3. But the way it works now, you actually can improve the tier 2, right? It's no longer like it used to be. Well, but I have so little materials, in any case, it's not worth it. Okay, that was the first thing. Second thing, I want to bring an exploration here for the next stream. And that would be the Asp Explorer, I guess. Unless the other one is closer. No, unless the other one costs less. The Dolphin actually costs less. It's just as good. Let's bring it here. Well, you have more tools aboard the Explorer, but also the Dolphin is good, huh? And as I said, I need the mining equipment. Do I still have it? I hope I didn't sell it. No, I didn't. Here it is. This is the complete mining equipment I use on the Corvette. So the abrasion blaster, transfer, subsurface displacement missile. It's everything you need, basically. Basic mining laser, transfer, and also prospector limper controller. Yeah. We have to go and fetch the actual Corvette, of course. Unless I want to do it with the Anaconda, it could work also. Seismic charge launcher, transfer. Detailed surface. I don't remember even how to use all this stuff, but I hope I can remember while I try to do it. Pulse wave analyzer. This is also for mining. Yeah. Transfer. Pulse laser, beam laser. Cargo rack. The cargo racks are probably also needed. Well, let's bring one, just to be sure. The refinery is certainly... This will cost a bit to transfer. No, 13,000, it's not a problem. And that's it. Now, let's cash in the money. Authority is nothing of value. Combat bond, a bit more, but not much. This made me friend with the station, by the way. This is the pirate that killed me. Abandon this blasted thing, I don't want to go to him anymore. This is the supply mission that I'll never complete. Abandon it. This is the one that was worth quite a bit. No, not this. The one I was doing the last time. Still another 10 ship, 2 days in time. Well, if tomorrow morning I stream Elite again. But it's so boring to do, that's the problem. Massacre the conservatives. I'm doing this, I believe. 10 already. In the conflict zone is much quicker. Probably I'll abandon that also, but we'll see. Too bad I lost all that money. It'll take a while to earn it back. Well, okay, as you can imagine by what I'm saying, actually, I've come to the point where I have to finish the stream. Been playing for more than a couple hours, not bad. I managed to find the time today. So, I hope you enjoyed it. For the ones that usually come to my stream to see the flying game, I bet this was something new. It may be something that piqued your interest. I would advise to try and play this game. It can be grindy, but it's also quite fun in its best days. And to everyone who plays Elite, I hope you also enjoyed, and maybe you will want to subscribe my page also. I usually play War Thunder, sometimes a driving game or two, even though I kinda suck at them. And also Sturmovik and DCS, so not the usual type of games people do with the VR. I always play in VR, by the way. Until we can see again, which will be certainly my honor, see you soon. Ciao from Italy. Bye bye.